What really happened when Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber locked eyes at the Golden Globes? One unexpected moment changed the entire energy of the night, and now fans are convinced something shifted. From hidden emotions to a sudden social media move, the drama is far from over. Stay tuned, this story is about to explode. Tonight on Celeb Juices, we need to talk about the Golden Globes moment that has the entire internet spiraling. A moment that wasn't televised. A moment that wasn't part of any awards speech. A moment that wasn't captured by official cameras, but absolutely changed the energy of the night. Because yes, Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber ended up in the same room again. And according to multiple insiders, something shifted the second their eyes met. Some say it was emotional. Some say it was tense. And some say it was the closure neither of them expected. But was it really closure? Or the reopening of a story the world hasn't stopped watching for over a decade? We are diving into everything that happened, everything that fans noticed, and everything that might happen next. And trust me, by the end of this video, there's one detail you absolutely won't see coming. Let's get into it. First, let's start with the headline drama. The Golden Globes are always glamorous. Bright lights, designer gowns, Hollywood legends sipping champagne. But this year, the real spotlight wasn't on a winner or a speech. It was on an unexpected encounter. Selena Gomez, now a double nominee and freshly engaged to BENNY BLANCO, walked into the ballroom radiating confidence. She looked like she was living her happiest chapter yet. But what she did not expect was to find Justin Bieber sitting just a few tables away. He wasn't announced as a presenter. It wasn't public that he'd be attending. And honestly, this isn't the kind of event he usually shows up for. But there he was. And according to people inside the ballroom, Selena froze for a second. Not in a dramatic, movie slow-motion way, but in a very real, human way. The way anyone might react if they suddenly saw the person who once held their entire heart, the person who shaped some of the most intense years of their life, sitting just a few feet away. Sources say Selena didn't cry, didn't leave, and didn't appear upset. Instead, something quieter happened. A shift, a flicker of old emotion mixed with the reality of how far she's come. And that subtle shift, that tiny moment the cameras didn't catch, is what set the internet on fire. Because even though Selena has clearly moved forward, healed, and built a life that feels stable and grounded, certain memories hit differently when you're face to face with them. But that brings us to Chapter 2, Selena's big night. The 2025 Golden Globes were a massive milestone for her. Not only was she a double nominee for Emilia Perez and Only Murders in the Building, but this was also her first major awards show as an engaged woman. And she came ready to make a statement. Selena arrived in a light blue off-the-shoulder gown that instantly sent social media into meltdown. People called it her modern Cinderella moment, and honestly, they weren't wrong. The look was soft, elegant, and powerful all at once. With Tiffany and Cobra diamonds, soft waves in her hair, and a glowing smile, she didn't just walk the carpet, she owned it. And then there was BENNY BLANCO. Crisp white suit, calm energy, soft smiles. Fans noticed immediately how grounded and protective he seemed. Selena wasn't just posing. She wasn't performing for the cameras. She looked at ease, like she was finally living a love story that didn't demand drama to exist. They held hands. They exchanged glances. They looked like two people in sync. And after years of public heartbreak, public pressure, and public speculation, this moment felt different. It felt real. But just when fans were celebrating Selena's new chapter, something else entered the conversation. Something that would carry us into Chapter 3, the unexpected energy between Selena and Justin that night. According to people inside the venue, Justin seemed off. He wasn't smiling as much. He wasn't mingling. He stayed close to his table, barely interacting with others. This wasn't the carefree, confident Justin people expected. It was a quieter version of him, almost distant. And that's when the rumors began. People wondered if the atmosphere changed for him too. After all, Selena wasn't just someone from his past. She was the person he experienced the highest highs and the lowest lows with. The person whose name was tied to his for years. The person whose songs, heartbreaks, and healing became intertwined with his own history. Seeing her walk in, glowing, thriving, and engaged, might have stirred something, whether it was nostalgia, regret, relief, or just emotional memory. No one knows exactly what he felt. But fans noticed the shift. And that leads us to Chapter 4, why this moment hits so differently. Selena and Justin weren't just a celebrity couple. They were the couple. They started dating as teens, fell in love in front of the world, and then lived their heartbreaks under that same spotlight. Fans watched every breakup, every reconciliation, every cryptic lyric, every emotional interview. Their love story was messy, intense, passionate, and painful, everything young love tends to be, except magnified by fame. By 2018, it became clear that their connection, as deep as it was, came with too much emotional chaos. Selena later opened up about how difficult that experience was. She talked about the toll it took on her mental health. She explained how she had to completely rebuild herself after everything ended. It wasn't just a breakup. It was a turning point. Meanwhile, Justin moved on quickly, marrying Hailey Baldwin the same year. The internet spiraled for months. And even though both Selena and Justin built new lives, new relationships, and new identities, that history never truly disappeared. So when they ended up in the same room again at the Golden Globes, after so many years of growth, healing, and distance, it wasn't just another celebrity encounter. It felt symbolic. It felt full circle. And that's why Chapter 5 goes deeper. What this moment means for Selena now. Selena is not the same person she was during the Elena years. She's older, stronger, healthier, and more grounded. She built rare beauty. She built her career. She built her confidence. She found a love that feels peaceful instead of chaotic. A love that doesn't drain her but supports her. And maybe that's why seeing Justin didn't break her. It reminded her of the journey that brought her to where she is now. She didn't look shaken. She didn't look lost. She looked like a woman who understands the past but no longer lives in it. And then came the twist. Just days after Selena's engagement announcement dominated headlines, Justin unfollowed her on Instagram. And look, maybe it was a coincidence. Maybe it was a social media cleanup. Maybe it meant nothing. But the timing was impossible to ignore. Fans flooded the internet asking why now. Was it the engagement? Was it the Golden Globes moment? Was it closure? Or something else? No one has the definitive answer. But the unfollow added a layer of mystery to a night already filled with emotional tension. It reminded everyone that even when the romance is long gone, the impact of that relationship still exists in small, unexpected ways. Which brings us to Chapter 6, the fan reactions. Online, fans split in every direction. Some said Selena simply had a human moment. Others speculated that Justin looked distant because the night brought up memories for him too. Some people insisted there's still an emotional thread connecting them, even if it's not romantic. And then others shut all of that down, saying it's time for the world to let it go. But no matter which side fans are on, one thing is clear: Selena and Justin remain one of the most emotionally charged celebrity stories of the last decade. And their paths crossing again was enough to reignite the entire conversation. Which leads us to the final chapter. What happens next? Selena is stepping into a new life. She's building a future with BENNY BLANCO. She's thriving in her career. She's grounded in her purpose. She's no longer defined by past relationships or old heartbreaks. Justin has his own path, his own marriage, his own journey. But their history, their emotional impact, and their shared past will always be part of the conversation. And whether the Golden Globes moment was just a flicker or something deeper, it reminded everyone why their story continues to resonate. Not because they belong together, but because they grew up in front of us. They loved, lost, struggled, and healed in real time. And that makes moments like this impossible to ignore. So here's the real question for you. Do you think this Golden Globes encounter was just a coincidence, or do you believe it stirred something real for either of them? And a second question. Do you think Justin unfollowing Selena after her engagement was intentional or simply bad timing? Tell me everything in the comments, because this topic is not slowing down anytime soon. And before you go, remember, this story is far from over. In fact, there's a new twist involving Selena and her relationship with BENNY that we're breaking down next. So hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and keep watching Celeb Juices, because you won't want to miss what comes next.